be like, whoa.
By the time you watch the show and you get to that one point in the show where it gets like really meta and crazy, you're gonna be so shocked.
When Madoka turns into God.
When Madoka, but Jesus Christ.
She doesn't even have like a physical body. She's just a entity.
That shit was crazy. Like, you joke, but that shit was insane, bro.
Nuts.
Hello, stream. Welcome.
Oh, are we live?
We're live.
We live, baby.
We are alive and
from New York. It's Saturday night. Can I say that?
So,
oh fuck! Don't take the stream down.
What did you say?
Live from Saturday night.
Oh my god, we're gonna get copyright claimed already.
We're gonna get copyright claimed.
Taking my head.
Today we have a very special guest who has come onto the show. Last time I believe you were on, we talked about Gundam, and I tried to convert you into my Gundam cult.
Yes, I remember that.
Did that go according to plan, or? Well, no, you watched the Witch one.
Yeah, I finished all of that, and that's probably going to be my only exposure to Gundam.
Yeah, that's all right.
Listen, maybe.
Anyway, I can convert anyone to the Gundam cult.
Yeah, because we need more people.
We do need more people. We need more soldiers on the front.
So, boys, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about one of the manliest shows.
Dude, this show is so manly that I actually talked to some coworkers about this show, and they're like, wait, for real? That's how it goes? I'm like, how? The show ain't that old. This show's old. Like, how
it is.
Yeah, the movie.
Heard of this.
The final movie came out 2013, and I think the show came out probably like, I don't know, 2011, 2012.
Yes, it was 2011.
2011, yeah.
Yeah, 2011, which, dang, that's over a decade.
Dude.
God damn.
You guys were 12 and I was 11. Think about that. I told my coworker that the other day because he's like in his 30s and he's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
No, I literally this is gonna get us taken off stream, but I don't care. I literally told my coworkers because 9/11 was up and they're like, oh yeah, I remember. I was like, I was 3 years old, and they were like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? I feel so old. You didn't even experience 9/11.
No, for real though.
5, whatever.
Like, for real, a lot of coworkers are like that. They're kind of goofy because they're like, "Oh yeah, young people are joining the workforce." Now, this one guy, he's in his 30s. He's like, he just turned 30, so like, he's not that old. He's a good guy. I like him. So yeah. Today we're gonna talk about Madoka Magica and some other things as well, because surprisingly on Anime on the Rocks, we actually
the last thing we reviewed was
anime
Blue,
manga stuff.
but that was a garbage take. That wasn't even a.
That's what should have been. Like, when you think about it, it should have been Anime on the Rocks, but like at the same time, it's
maybe it was our very first stream with the toxic fandoms. That might have been the last time we talked about anime.
Yeah, when was the last time? When was the last time you talked about anime, Siku? Oh wait, we could
every day
on his YouTube channel at Siku Senpai. Everybody, he talks about it all the time.
Every day.
What's something that's been catching your eye?
Like this season or just personal?
Just in general, maybe.
Oh, in general. Oh, well, off season. Well, since the season's ending, off season. Actually, a bit of both. So currently, I'm on my own time. I've been watching Azumanga Daioh. Not sure if you heard of that.
I've never heard of that. What is
Slice of life comedy. It's unique. It's a unique comedy. I know it's known for being critically acclaimed for its mastery of 4 panels in the manga.
Is it like based off of a so it's based off of a manga. Okay.
Yeah, based off manga, yeah.
How do you spell that?
Azumanga, AZU manga Daioh, DAIOH.
Oh, this kind of looks like what's that one with the band? K-On?
Yeah, it gives off a K-On vibe, minus the music. And the characters too, actually, when you think about it.
Damn, it's probably my anime list. Wow, holy
that's actually pretty high.
It's really high.
It's pretty good. All right, nice, dude. We love to see it. JJ, Yeah. Since we're getting back into anime, JJ, what is something that you watched recently that isn't Madoka Magica?
So I've been trying to catch up, and maybe we'll do if we both catch up to it on stream. The Castlevania series I've been watching. I don't know, is that anime technically, or is that like
Yeah, it's
adult
anime.
animation? Like, did it come from Japan or no?
No, came off of it's a Netflix show.
Oh shit! So then I haven't watched the other. I'm thinking about getting into Brotherhood again because Brotherhood.
Oh,
Because I actually just read a manga that's from the same creator as Full Metal. She's finally back in shonen. It's
Okay.
called the Daemon and the Shadow Realm. Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
I've heard of that.
It's really
heard of
good
that.
so
Yeah.
far. It only has like 21 chapters, but it's shaping up to be like a masterpiece. It's really
Okay.
good.
You told me to read it, and
Yeah.
I haven't caught up. I haven't gotten to it. I've been reading One Piece,
I've also
Like
been
crazy.
reading One Piece.
dude. I've never. Seeker, you'd be shocked. Haven't read it ever until
Hey.
I think when I started working with you at school.
Yeah. That's when you
Okay.
first started. I think you read up to New World, and I don't think you've
No,
done anything since.
Huh.
I
Okay.
have. I'm right now on the
Oh.
Dressrosa arc.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
that-
so are you
okay.
liking it?
Just got to the part where Law.
Or actually, Siku, are you
Yeah.
One Piece or no?
Well, speaking of starting One Piece, I actually started the anime.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Yeah, last month for the first time. Yeah, I started for the first time. Yeah, so I finished what? East Blue. I finished that, and I'm currently starting the one after then.
Is that? I
So-
think that's Alabasta. Or no,
East
there's an
Blue?
in between.
No, there's
the one with
You
the
Yeah,
haven't
eagle.
met Sanji yet, right?
I
No,
have.
you said he finished.
Oh,
East Blue?
all of
Yeah,
East
so-
Blue.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
started
all East
in the-
Blue, yeah.
You started in the Grand Line arc.
Yes,
You started
yeah,
the
that's
Grand
what
Line
it is. Yeah.
saga.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you
Mhm.
probably, you just probably got past the whale.
Yeah,
Or are getting to. Yeah, the whale. And then they have to go up the
yeah. The thing, yeah, I know
about
about
that,
that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
though,
well, that's
but-
awesome. Well, when did you
Yeah.
start watching it? Because I remember you
yeah.
were like, I think it was last year you started watching Bleach to catch up.
Yes,
to
yeah.
2000 year.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
right back, guys.
Yeah, the Bleach binge, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started One Piece start of September? Start of September, end of August, around the time that the live action actually came out, because that's what inspired me to be like, yo, I got
They
to.
did have a live action Netflix. I totally
Yeah.
forgot about it though.
Yeah. I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
Can you still hear him, JJ?
Sorry?
Can you still hear him?
No, he's muted. Wait, see if
I'm
you
muted.
talk.
You can hear
Oh,
me?
wait, never mind. I can hear
You
you.
can? It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep talking, guys. I'm just.
But yeah,
checking
I
something out.
started
My
it-
girlfriend texted me something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bleach. Yeah.
Bleach, yeah.
Markeith actually just caught up completely with the manga and everything.
Okay.
Are you caught up with the manga or just the anime?
Just the anime. So
gotcha.
I don't
But,
know what's happening with the manga.
What was your favorite arc?
Bleach?
Mhm.
Or just I mean, outside of 1,000 Year Blood War right now.
I know that's the best one.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, it's awesome right now.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I want to say it's the Hueco Mundo arc. That whole thing with the
Is that during
espadas and when they're
Aizen
trying
or-
to save it's when they're trying to save Orihime from being captured from
Oh
Aizen.
right, yes,
That
you're
whole
right.
that whole
that
saga.
huge section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like that. I don't know. I like infiltration type arcs and
I kind of hate,
Stuff
and
like
you've
that.
seen it now, so I kind of hate how people rag on Bleach. I used to rag on it, but been like, no, I secretly really like it. I'm just not gonna say I like it out loud, but like, no, I really do like Bleach. Honestly,
You told me. I told him a little bit ago because I was like, I'm bored of One Piece. I'm getting a little burnt out. I'm gonna read Bleach, and he's like, don't go from like the greatest like $100,000 meal to fucking McDonald's.
yeah.
Wow.
I was like, okay,
Listen,
then
this
I
One
guess
Piece
I
is great.
won't. I guess I won't read Bleach. You literally turned me off from reading Bleach. Like
No,
I'm
you
like
should
now
read
I
it,
don't
but like
want to
you
read
were
it.
literally like, okay, I just binge read everything from One Piece up into New World. I'm gonna take a break. What should I read next? Bleach? And I'm like, oh, no, you're gonna hate it almost immediately.
I was like, damn,
Like,
dude.
one
I
is a
was
great-
like,
it's
dude,
like-
give it some credit.
It's
bro.
like No. It's like
God damn.
basically be like, I just watched Star Wars. It's a great space opera. I'm thinking of watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yo, relax. Grey's Anatomy's.
I think
No, it's
that might
not.
be a bit of a
Top
stretch,
tier.
maybe.
Grey's Anatomy.
Different
is not great.
genres, different genres.
Different, very different genres. But no, yeah, I like Bleach. I think people should give it more of a shot. I don't think it's the best thing ever. But Bleach is cool. I like Bleach.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah, I think
straight up the coolest shit. Sometimes it
Yep.
doesn't make any sense, but it's really cool.
Yeah. You know, one thing that was interesting is I remember I was reading like this forum and people were discussing like shonen protagonists and their like goals and stuff. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Naruto's goal become Hokage. Naruto's goal become Hokage. Luffy's
Luffy,
goal
Pirate
one,
King.
yeah, Pirate King. And then Ichigo, he just wants to get strong to save his friends. Like
Yeah. That's
and
every
I
arc.
don't know. I think
He's
that's kind of
lame.
cool.
He doesn't have a goal.
No, he's not
He's
lame.
lame.
But that kind of plays into it. He kind of doesn't have a goal except that, but that's like, yeah, because he's a teenager. He doesn't know what he wants.
Mhm.
Like, Bleach really plays into that, like, teenage high school thing, where it's like Naruto, like,
He's
they're
self-employed,
kind
he
of in
wants to
high
be
school,
like
but really they're
Hokage.
just, like, overpowered
Yeah.
ninja warriors, so whatever. And then One Piece, you know, there's no teenage aspect to that at all. It's just, like, we're pirates going on an adventure. Whereas One Piece, like, really dives into, like, the teenage mindset and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, not saying that it's the only
Angsty.
anime to ever do that, because, like, 90% of anime is high school, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally. And the power of
Real.
friendship.
Siki, did you watch the new One Piece live action?
I've seen parts of it. I haven't I sat down for the full first episode. Then after that I kind of saw parts of it with whoever was around. I saw the ending. Yeah. Saw the ending.
Real quick, Siko, you could see my screen, right?
Yes, yeah, I can see you.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
We should have asked that question before we started this game. But dude, we do this.
Oh, you know what? We're like jazz, man. We're going with the flow.
So, all right, cool. Is there any manga you're reading?
Signing off with manga. I haven't bought any manga in a while. Because I've been poor, kind of.
Gotta save that money.
I actually finished the stuff that I have bought, but I haven't read.
Dude, I have the biggest bag. I have 20 Century Boys completed. I have I have another series completed that like I bought completely. Whole story's there. I haven't picked up even the first volume.
Yeah, that's how it is. But I was reading Rooster Fighter. If you all seen that?
Yes, I know that.
Yes.
I wanted to read it on Shonen Jump, but you have to buy it. How is it?
I know.
It's really good. It's really good. They're both action packed and also hilarious. It kind of reminds me of like One Punch Man to an extent, but with a rooster as a protagonist.
I saw one. What was it called? Oh no, that was it. Never mind. I was like, yeah, I saw this one with a rooster that was a fighter.
Yeah,
Rooster Fighter. Where the guy he was like fighting and he happened to be like a chicken.
No, I saw the one panel where like the rooster or chicken or whatever is just buff as shit. It reminds me of Did you ever read that manga or know about it? It's called like Terraformers, I think it's called.
I've heard of it.
Basically, the basic concept of it is like, these cockroaches somehow went into space and they became like massive, like cockroaches, like muscle bound, like the most powerful beings in the universe, and they want to annihilate the human race. And it's one of the most like gory manga of all time. It's just these muscular cockroaches just bodying people left and right. It's crazy.
Isn't that like Gantz or something?
Gantz is different. I have a love-hate relationship with Gantz because it's like edgy bullshit, but I love edgy bullshit. But also it's edgy bullshit and I hate edgy bullshit. It's a dichotomy of man.
Real quick, to bring up the Rooster Fighter, isn't that literally a plot point from Bakuman? One of the writers rates a series about like a talking chicken who fights.
When did this come out? I think this is fairly new.
This is
Rooster
new.
Fighter? Yeah,
Bakuman came out a while ago. I could be crazy. Oh no, he did one about an otter. Otter 11. It's like the same premise.
Otter 11.
Like it's the same present. Present. Fuck. Why am I saying the word now?
Do it.
Premise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God, it's like what the heck?
Yeah, just
It's the same thing. I'm like, I know this. Like, cause I'm like, how fucking goofy is it that like a mangaka is making tons of money off of fucking this,
yeah.
like this like silly concept? I'm like, this is literally a plot point from
Hey,
a
low
fucking
key, that looks kind of sick.
from. Yeah, it's these. They have to fight with. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to detract, but like it just. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know this is like an actual manga plot point.
I've also made Peter a little upset. I've only mentioned it once, but I've been reading Baki recently,
Oh, okay.
and like I love it because of how goofy and stuff it is. Peter can't stand it because I can't get into JoJo's at all. I'm like, this is too goofy. I can't handle it. But meanwhile, I'm like, Baki is awesome. I love Baki.
Oh my gosh.
Baki is the shit.
You would like JoJo's then.
The thing is, he doesn't.
I
That's the
read
problem.
the
He
first two
doesn't.
parts,
What?
started on the third, and I'm like, am I really gonna read all this? I don't think so.
Like he doesn't like part 3, and to be fair, part 3 is so
Okay,
hard to
you know
get
what my
through.
problem is?
I feel
Is
that. I feel that.
It's the whole, oh, you got to read this much in order for it to get good. Motherfucker, you're like, it doesn't really get good till part 4. Then why would I even start? Why would
the
I?
thing is, you don't have
start?
to like watch them chronologically. Like
I know,
you
and
could
I hate
just
that.
jump into
I want to
part
just
4.
jump into it.
But that's what you literally told me about One Piece. You said, bro, you could literally
No.
just jump into any
No.
part.
The big
and it'll
difference
be
is
good.
part 1 is 60 chapters. Part 2 is like near 100-ish, let's just say. Part 3 is like over 100. Meanwhile, One Piece is like, yeah, during like everything Syrup arc is like kind of meh. But once you get past like Syrup arc, that's only like 30 chapters out of it. So like, yeah, read this whole 69 chapters, then read plus 100, then please read another plus 100, and then finally it gets good.
You don't have to read those if you don't want to. You could
For
jump
One
into
Piece?
part 4.
For part 4, yeah.
But you've
like,
also told me like if I'm not vibing with a part, I could jump into another part and like it
in
more.
One Piece, yeah.
Because you said the characters don't really evolve.
No, they evolve evolve. You literally were just like, I said that, and then you were like, no, One Piece is great. Like,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm reading One Piece all the way through.
With JoJo's, it's not.
I think JoJo's is.
Meanwhile, Baki
peak,
is literally just
is
like
good.
this high schooler, and they're like, dude, you were the coolest fighter ever. Everyone's gonna want to kill you, but it's gonna be great. And Baki's like, I want to fight them all, and I'm like, this is like cinema. Mark Scorsese is shedding a tear.
Speaking of fighting and a teenager fighting, why don't we jump into one of our topics today, which is Kagurabachi. Yeah. I don't know if you've read this, Siku, but this is like taking the internet by storm for no reason. I didn't even get on this because of the hype. I just was like, oh, because here's what happened. I read it, and I was like, oh, this is really good. Let me tell JJ to read it.
Yeah.
And JJ's like, oh, shit, this is pretty good. Like, a standard
well, because a lot of times with Shonen Jump, you read like the new Shonen that's just coming out and stuff, like the first chapter, and I read that first chapter immediately, and I'm like, I'm not, fuck this. This is so stupid. But I read this, I'm like, oh, this has promise. You know what, you can kind of see a series having promise. Like I saw it with Undead Luck, others, but like everything else that Shonen has been like spewing out, I'm like, this is not very good.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I totally feel that. And with this, I was like, let's read it. And then everyone at my job was like, yo, check out this fucking series. Like it's got a video game, it's got an anime. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It just came out.
Yakuza, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah. So have you read this? And if you have, like, what are your thoughts on this, Siku? What are you thinking?
I feel like I saw some screenshots of this online, but I never delved into it. I just saw it's like, oh, it's just a series someone's talking about.
What have you seen online?
I didn't know that. I've seen a lot of positive stuff around it. People are like, oh man, it's gonna be like the next big shonen and stuff like that. It's bloody or something.
People are crazy. People are crazy. Like, it's good, but we have yet to see everything.
It's good,
I feel like you kind of have to do it for a series now with shonen because people want to be like, shonen, don't drop this one, please. Because there was another one that came out that was really good about like
Yeah.
demon yakuzas and stuff like that, and no one.
Oh,
paid
the one
attention
you
to it.
tried to get me
Yeah,
to read,
and
I
it
got
dropped
really
after, like,
fucking
21
bored of it.
chapters.
I got so bored of it. To be fair, though.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't into it.
But I was like, damn. So like, you kind of have to hype stuff up in order for it to stay in shonen. It's pretty bare bones plot right now. It's another. They killed my dad. Now I'm out for revenge. Like it's another one of those. But like, I don't know. I like it. Just looks cool.
That's the thing. Yeah, it definitely looks cool, and the premise of his like sword is really like the premise of like the series is that these bad guys killed his dad because he owns and made like the best katana ever, like the best katanas ever made, and he made 7, and they stole all 7 of the katanas, and his dad made the katana that he's holding in his hand right now, like secretly, and he has yet to unlock its full power, and it has to do with like water and like koi fish, which is really cool.
So like Demon Slayer.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
damn it!
Just like Demon Slayer.
Hell,
honestly,
that gets people into it. I'm fine with it.
So I think it's pretty cool. The reason I wanted to bring it up because of like just how massive the hype behind it.
Yeah.
Came. Because my friend was showing me a screenshot. I'm gonna just copy and paste this and show you guys. But like, it had a video game like thing, and I was like, "What the the thing just came out? Like, what are you talking about?"
Version.
Yeah, then it's like Roblox.
Already,
it's
there's
not
a Roblox
real.
skin.
Like, it's not real. I thought it was, and it's not. I'm not finding the right screenshot, but essentially it looked like this.
It was probably fake.
It looked like this goofy ass Xbox.
Hold on, I don't think you can see it.
This goofy ass Xbox, like background and
it's
stuff.
like, you remember when Siku, you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, right?
I dabble.
Okay. You remember like back in the days, you would look up on Google Images like Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's like, whoa, fucking Mario's in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Sora. We have to fight the Sephiroth.
Yeah, no, like this shit is number 1 on Mal. Let me see if it still is.
Nah, it probably got knocked out by now.
You don't know that. Not Monodex.
What are you doing? You don't have it bookmarked, you dumb.
No.
I have my Mal list. That's how I keep track of like, wait, what have I read? Because I like stop. I like not drop, but I like stop reading stuff. Then I'm like, wait, what chapter was I on? And then I just kind of go back and forth.
Dude, I can't. I don't even know what it's called, bro. The website. I'm so goofy.
My anime list.
Yeah, forgot what it's called.
.net.
Yeah, it's a network now.
Those
Let me
fetches.
see if it still is. I think it's probably not because you're right. Oh yeah, no, it got.
Yeah, no,
it's gone. It's not
gone.
even there anymore.
It was a meme. It was fun.
Now it's back to the rightful king, Full Metal.
Itama representing.
So yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it because another hype thing that came out recently, which
don't close
hopefully
the fucking stream.
No, I'm not.
Thank God.
I'm a genius. The biggest hype that everyone was talking about is the latest chapter of.
Make sure you watch it, brother. His brother's currently reading Jujutsu.
Oh.
Yeah, you know Joe, right? You remember Joe, right?
Yeah, I remember Joe, yeah.
Yeah. Joe has just started reading manga for the first time because especially after like with the jujitsu stuff, he's like, I'm just gonna have to do it. Like, I'm gonna bite the bullet and just start reading stuff so I don't get spoiled.
You have
Smart.
to.
Yeah. You have to now.
he's reading jujitsu right now. I want him to fucking start reading One Piece, but you know what? Baby steps.
Yeah,
baby steps.
Yeah.
One Piece is a big step.
He's reading jujitsu and he's going like crazy. So when he gets to the part that we're going to talk about, which mega spoilers, anyone
super spoilers
watching that has not
down below, there might be a time code. If not, just skip to where you don't see jujitsu on the screen anymore.
Yes. Yes. So I won't show the image because I want it to it's very powerful.
Yeah.
like after seeing it for the first time, like, oh shit. But like my man Gojo died. Like let's just be honest with ourselves. Our boy's
R.I.P.
dead. And a coworker,
He's gone.
like yeah, because a coworker of mine brought up the fact that like he technically dies in the arc, it is like prequel arc in the past arc where he like tried to protect that little girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
he, like,
that's
he,
it. Oh.
he dies there too.
Mhm.
But they don't go through all the theatrics of him like,
Yeah.
seeing all his friends.
Sorry, that was distracting.
Because I've completed it.
Because you stopped at 23.
Also,
So let's break this down. That's pretty good.
Sure. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. So yeah, like that. Like you told me not to read it. You were like, you told me to like be careful.
Oh no, yeah, I warned him. I was like, do not touch the internet at all. And then he was just like, whatever. I'm like, no, I'm being very serious right now. Don't go on the internet. You will be spoiled up. Like,
always.
I got YouTube stuff on it.
Always.
I got Instagram stuff. Luckily my coworker was like, yo, you gotta read the scans. And like normally I'm like, no. And then Markeith sent me a message like, read the scans. I'm like, I'm not gonna read the scans. I'm gonna wait till it comes out on the show and jump out. He's like, Jack, read the fucking scans. I'm like, all right, what's gonna? So I start skimming through it, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I scroll back up to the synopsis. I'm like, he's what?
No, and like it's really funny because the character, like we were talking about because in the anime adaptation right now, right now it's in the Shibuya arc, but before that, it was like the like flashback arc with the girl, and like I was saying, like it's funny because Gojo is supposed to be this like super powerful, next level, like once in a million year sorcerer, but he couldn't protect this little girl. Like he let her die, and then like, and it was a person without sorcerer powers, without any cursed energy to beat him. It just kind of shows that the universe, it's kind of telling us that like the ones who win are the smart ones, not necessarily the strongest one. And so like I feel like a lot of people forgot that with this fight.
Yeah, true.
I mean, me too. I forgot it too until like I'm now like kind of putting the pieces together, and I'm like, the mangaka is telling us that like the winners aren't the strongest one; it's the smartest one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
No, it's just the Siku's camera has been paused, and it just looks
Oh, it's like frozen. Oh no.
Hey, look, they can still hear you, thankfully.
Oh, you can still.
I'll just
that looks
just
like
keep
that
it
looks
off,
like a meme format, just like me when I have to.
So, yeah. What do you think about it, though, Siku? What do you think? What do you think about it?
Fake news, but you never know online with what's happening, and especially when it comes to shonen characters. At first, I was like, "Is he really dead?" Because shonen characters be getting like beat up and like cut up, and eternal organs messed up in so many ways, or literal holes blasted through their torso, and then they're ready to still fight the next episode. So I was like,
I'm gonna get back up again. You've said that 4 times. Just go to sleep.
Like seriously, and I was like, oh, maybe he's not dead. Maybe it's just a thing. Then I read further into it. It's like, oh, he's actually dead now. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Well, that changes things.
Well, the thing is too is well, Jujutsu isn't afraid to pull that punch. Like, I keep forgetting her name. What's her name?
Which one?
That was part of the trio. The one with the hammer nails.
Well, technically speaking, we don't know that yet.
Technically speaking, but it's
Nobara.
It's been a while, and like I was like, oh, she's coming back. there's no way she's dead. And then like, oh.
Oh, I don't have to worry about spoilers. Joe saw that.
Yeah.
We're good.
No, I just literally cannot remember her name right now.
Yeah, no, Nobara is.
Nobara?
Yeah, she dead, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
we don't know that to be sure.
Yeah.
And to be
Oh, so it's
completely
not
honest,
confirmed. Okay.
and to be completely honest, if even then, if we go back to like the flashback scene, like Gojo comes back to life.
Huh?
Gojo, like he dies and he comes back to life
When?
in the flashback, in the flashback arc.
Oh,
He
yeah.
dies and then comes back.
Yeah. So again, this
So
could play out.
there's a possibility
Mhm.
that he could, but like how dramatic they made that chapter, like it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like he would.
But like Siku says, we've been tricked before with a lot of anime and manga and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
literal people being blown the hell up.
bro, they literally trap him for a Pandora's.
He's gone for 100+ chapters after.
And
He's
he
in the.
comes back to then just die. Like
I'm
it's
afraid
too
to be
much.
too loud, I'm
It's
sorry.
too much. It's too much. You can't have them go away, come back, and go away again, and come back. It's just a little. That's too much.
Yeah.
You know
Yo,
what
that's
I mean?
trolling you at that point. Like,
Yeah, like then that just like shows me like you're not a good writer. Like if he
Yeah.
comes back, like it's just like
If he comes back, yeah, it's a cop out.
it's
But-
kind of goofy. Like it's the Jon Snow conundrum.
I
The
know.
dude
I
almost
hate-
dies and comes back and doesn't die and shows up and somehow survives like 100 billion times.
It's like back when Marvel was first around. They had a rule where dead stayed dead, and the only they were like Gwen Stacy, she's gone, done. Couple years later, she's a clone. They're like, okay, who else died that came back? Oh, Bucky, Captain America sidekick, dead, gone. Now he's a Winter Soldier. The
one's more
The
tasteful.
only person that has stayed consistently dead in the Marvel cinematic or in the Marvel universe in general has been Uncle Ben. That's the only character that has stayed dead, buried. Because comics do this all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, we're killing off this character." Like they recently did it with Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, and I'm not kidding. Not even 2 or 3 months later, she already has her own series.
Yeah.
Because she's back to life. Like comics especially do this all the time. Manga, it's more like what Siku says, where like they're beaten to a bloody pulp, and you're like, "Oh, they're done, they're dead." And it's like, all right, now it's time for the power of friendship.
All right,
What?
All right, Krillin, give me a sensu bean.
Yeah.
He's only a torso. Give him a sensu bean. Oh, he's all set.
Oh wait, speaking of sensu beans, have you guys seen the last part? The last part of the Boo saga for Team 4-Star?
Oh, yes, it did.
Yes, yeah. The boo bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last part of it though, I thought that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that
You
was
guys
good.
like it?
Yeah.
You guys like it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Tasteful.
Thought I'd bring it up.
Did
again.
you hear there's apparently a leak that there's going to be a new Dragon Ball anime, but it's not going to be Super Season 2. It's going to be called Dragon Ball Magic.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
going
that.
to be about something else. It's going to be Kid Goku again from the screenshots. We're going into GT category, baby.
I hate
Not
that.
great.
Yeah.
But apparently, Akira Toriyama is involved. So, is it canon? Is it not? I don't know. We're never going to get Super Season 2, I think. We waited too long, and at this point, let the series die. Just
For real, honestly.
Well, they're making movies.
No, like movies are fine, but like series and stuff, or even the manga, like super manga hasn't been good in a while. Like I quit after a while, and yeah, I'm done with all the new Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. It does not like honestly.
What do you mean? You don't like
after
Black
C,
Frieza?
What was it?
You don't like Black Frieza?
Don't shoot. He's not black. Yeah, you ever see that clip, Siku?
Yeah, I saw that.
Of the English dub.
But I mean, dude, if they come out with another Dragon Ball thing, like, makes money.
It does make money.
Let it go.
And Dragon Ball
Always.
YouTubers,
It will.
they're already running out of stuff to talk about, so they're salivating for the mouth. They're like, finally.
Yeah, bro. Totally not. Mark said, "How can I make my Dragon Ball review series any better? Let me get Team 4-star to make my videos better." It's funny, but with Jujutsu,
R.I.P.
I don't even know where it's gonna go after this chapter.
Which is why I'm excited to keep reading. Like, Marquis read it, and he was like, man, I'm going to stop after a while. I'm like, there's no way you are, because you want to know what happens next. Everyone wants to know what happens next.
Yeah.
That Thunder God guy, it's going to be interesting to see what he does, but, yeah.
Like, does anyone... Like, do you think it's
when
kind
is
of
Ichigo going to be the main character again? I'm just wondering.
Dude, he's not.
He's not. It's Gojo. It's
He doesn't,
Gojo.
because he only had cursed energy because of Sukuna.
Yeah, and now he's he's depowered still, right?
He doesn't have powers. Yeah, he doesn't have any of it because he was channeling. He was pulling a Naruto where he was using the evil spirit in him to give himself power. Because Naruto had no way of controlling his chakra without the Nine Tails.
Yeah.
So, kind of the same way here, where it's like without.
But it's just they're not doing anything interesting with him, and he now really was the main character, and like, what the fuck has he done in the past plus 100 chapters? Or maybe not 100. That's over exaggerating, but like, it's been a minute.
You're not wrong. It really has felt like 100
because the Colin game was just like straight up like none of the main cast were really even involved in that.
No, there was a good chunk of it that they weren't involved, because they are involved in it, but then like
at the very beginning, but then like the rest of it is just...
And then what's his name comes in for no reason. The kid, what's his name? The guy from the prequel.
Zero?
The guy from Zero.
I don't know.
Yeah, he shows up and like they have like a bunch of chapters with him. Shit just goes down.
Yeah.
And then like doesn't feel like anything happens. And then when the author says I'm done with the calling games, like you can feel it.
Yeah.
He's like, calling games are over. All right, time to just do other shit.
It reminds me of Spy Family when he was like
stuck on the boat.
When he's like, I'm so sorry, we're still stuck on the boat. Spy Family, after what's his face's origin arc, which at first I didn't like, but then I did like. I'm kind of done with Spy X Family. It's kind of
not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Has a new chapter even come out?
Huh?
I'm dumb. I haven't seen it pop up on my
feed. The new chapter hasn't come out in a minute. It's been like maybe a month.
He's probably just making his money off the anime.
Yes, and now there's a video game on the Switch coming out.
So
the Switch game. There's also a movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
movie coming out too.
So a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you know it's a lot of stuff though.
What's that?
There's a lot of stuff.
Go ahead, transition.
But surprisingly, only has 12 episodes.
And a movie. You closed it. We're still live. Don't worry. But like, he does this every time. Every single stream. He does the wrong short key, and it closes out the YouTube live stream.
It closes out like me viewing the stream and seeing it go through every time. But we're back, baby.
We're back.
We're still on it.
Sorry.
So yeah, Madoka Magica. Now you guys are OG lovers of this. I'm not. I read the manga adaptation last week.
I read it in college, and then CQ. When did you start?
I started this back in 2012.
Damn.
It was a little, it was before the movie came out. Yeah. So.
Teach us your ways. Tell us how you think.
I've been like, oh shit, we're getting a new movie. Suku's like, I cannot believe this is happening.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Yo, yeah. How do you feel about that? Like we talked about it.
A decade plus.
Me and JJ talked about it, and we were just both like, oh, that's neat. But you, someone who's been, like JJ said, been watching this since 2012, bro. How you feeling?
It's awesome. It's amazing. You know, I never thought this day would come. they announced it like years ago, and there's like nothing. They like gave no updates, no communication. They gave out like Magia Record, which is a spinoff, and it was like, okay, this will buy some time, some content at least, but it wasn't anything like the OG series.
Yeah,
So
and to go off what you said, literally the only thing we got was 2 years ago. I think it was 2021. They did a teaser for this movie, just like
yeah, the teaser, yeah,
like a little trailer. I'm like, it's coming out soon, and then just radio silence,
yeah.
just fucking nothing.
So, all right, how about we do this?
So how do we start this off?
What got you into the series? What made, if you can recall, many
yes.
moons ago, what was like? What drove you to watch this series? Because I mean, you watched it a year after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. So many moons ago, I was so this was actually like when I was still getting like into anime, and I just remember I made this big list of shows that were currently coming out and everything, and this just happened to be on that list. And I'm pretty sure I saw a clip of something online with Madoka Magica, and I was like, "Oh, it's on my list. Let me check it out." And that's how I got into watching it. In fact, this is my first entry into like magical girl anime. So
The antithesis of magical girl anime, and you watch this is your first one.
Yeah, this show.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, that's my origin story to Madoka Magica, and then after that, I watched the movie Rebellion, which was excellent.
Yeah, that gunfight between
what's
her face, the black
Homer and Mami.
Oh, Homer, yeah, Homer and Maki, like
or Maki,
Mami.
Yeah, it's Mami. Yeah,
sorry, Jesus. Like with the guns and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where like they're literally firing off all the bullets, and then like at the very end they're like holding the gun to each other, and then like because Homura can pause time, like the bullets are just everywhere, and then finally she lets go of time, and it just creates nothing but mayhem. It's one of the best anime fighting scenes, like
cinema.
It's up there.
That's my only introduction to the series. Like I knew nothing about it. All I know is a Giguk review from like 2016, 2017, and he's like, best anime fights, number 5, like first one on the list, fucking Madoka Magica Rebellion. Like that scene, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Why would I guess pretty sick. I would definitely watch that, and then never did.
Yeah.
I tried watching Madoka Magica, I think like a year or two ago, and I was like, just not feeling it. So I just stopped. Well, I just didn't go on. But
yeah, because it is a misery fest.
Trauma.
You look at the poster and you're like, this looks pretty fun, and it is not.
She's dead. She's dead.
Yeah.
After the third episode.
You're gonna shit bricks.
After the third episode, she's dead.
Attack on Titan, move out of the way.
Which is crazy because you have her so prominent in like the promotion. She's in the opening. She acts like this like cool character,
like, motherly or big sister kind of energy, kind of like I'm gonna take you under.
Gets her goofy ass head bitten off, bro.
What?
She gets her goofy ass head bitten off.
One of the goofiest heads I've ever seen.
Bro, girl really wanted to get that mad sloppy toppy, so she literally gets her head bitten off.
Jesus, you're
she
foul. You're
fucking died, bro. She's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead.
Gone. Forever. Wow.
So, yeah, and it kind of like says it here, like everything is not what it seems. Like some fucking like Wizards of Waverly Place shit.
I was
right
just gonna.
So, Ezekiel, for talking about it today, did you rewatch it or anything? Did you try to like refresh your memory of the show, or is it because you're such a mega fan? Everything is just locked in your brain.
Of course, you know me. Everything, of course. No, I did go through like Wikipedia and like look at like some of the episodes, just to refresh because I remember a lot of it, but I feel like the only parts of it I don't remember to an extent is like the whole thing with Sayaka and a bit of Kyoko. Well, I feel like Kyoko's or what was that her name? Kyoko with the ponytail, right? Red hair.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Kyoko, yeah.
Wait,
So yeah, the whole thing with Sayaka and that whole
Oh
back
yes, yes,
thing
yes.
with her, I feel like I forgot about a lot of that, even though I feel like it was really simple. Like she had a crush on someone, then it was not. It was one sided or something.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it was
Yeah,
very
that,
one
So
it
sided.
was one sided. Yeah, yeah, that's what
basically,
happened there.
Sayaka. Well, so in the show, all right. So the basic premise of the show is there's this little fucking Cubey, this little cute little cat that is the literal fucking not actually the
Yeah,
devil, but he might as well
a
be.
demon man.
He's just like, hey, I could turn you into a magical girl, or I could grant you one wish. You just have to transform into a magical girl and fight witches. So it's like, all right, fair deal. And in a lot of like instances, mommy is very much like, do not waste your wish on someone else. It always comes out bad in the end.
Hmm.
But of course, Saika, they're all in middle school just being like, well, I really like this boy, so I'm gonna help him cure his hand so he can play the violin again because he was like a very child
Yeah, that's what it was.
prodigy
Yeah.
thing. And the day after, her friend, he told me, it's just like, hey, I like the guy you've been seeing in the hospital for like a whole year. I'm gonna ask him out on the date. Is that okay? And she's like, just playing it off because she's very non-confrontational. She's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then slowly you just see her just descend into madness. Like there's that one which I love Madoka because it's dark, but it's not overly like gory. It's
Yeah.
like there's a whole sequence where Sayaka is fighting this random witch or whatever, and it's all done in silhouette, and you could just see her like just taking damage left and right, and just like
Well, because there's another big part about that scene,
which is a huge reveal.
Which for me was like obviously, like for people who first saw this series, the biggest reveal was that
mommy getting her
fucking head chopped off.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest reveal was that they no longer are human.
Yeah.
They're just husks. They're
like
literally
Sayako
zombies.
It's literally like, I'm a zombie. I'm a corpse.
Well, she doesn't even learn. They don't even learn it because the only reason they learn that is because Madoka's like, "Stop, Sayaka. This is This is making you a bad person."
Yeah, yeah.
And she throws it, and she's like, "I saved the day." And then she's like, "Sayaka, wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up, stupid. Wake up, silly." And everyone's like, "You just fucking killed her."
And it's like, "Oh yeah, by the way," and it's like, what do you mean, by the way?
Cuba's like, "By the way, you guys are your soul is outside your body.
Yeah.
So without it, you're just nothing."
Can I just say one of the most terrifying anime antagonists? Just like whenever they cut to a still shot of just Kyubei's eyes.
Oh yes.
And then it's just like, because there's no emotion behind them, so you have no idea what's going on. And I don't know. So you read it. I watched the English dub because the English dub is actually very good. The dude who voices Kyubei is
the same voice actress for Persona 5.
Yeah, the little cat guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Morgana.
I didn't know that.
Morgana. She. She plays Kyubei, so you're probably like, "Oh my god, Morgana! What the fuck?"
Yeah, but I'm like, "Oh my god, Morgana!"
So that to me was the most shocking, and that's why she goes fucking nuts on this witch, because she's like, "Yeah, I could get stabbed 1 billion times, and it doesn't matter."
And not confirmed, but kind of confirmed, she kills those two guys in the subway.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
She definitely murdered them.
She's just like, "Why don't you like talk to your girlfriend? Maybe she's going through a lot." And the dude's like, it's kind of funny because like they're clearly white in the anime, but like the dub voices are like, "Yo man, I slapped that motherfucker," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was like total whiplash. I was like, "Wait, what is going on here? These are two Asian guys. Why are they talking like they're from like Harlem?"
For real.
And then she's just like, "You should really like appreciate your girlfriend." And he's like, "Man, fuck you, bitch." And then she just like goes fucking ape shit.
She probably goes ape shit on them. We don't know.
We don't know. It's never confirmed.
Don't even know. That's the crazy
There's a lot of, surprisingly enough, for how dark the show is, it's a master at subtlety.
It is.
Yeah. Like, because, look at The Boys, right? The Boys is great and all. I love the bloody gore and stuff, but like, it's over exaggerated, and it's like that on purpose and stuff, where like the violence is just like, you don't really pay that much attention to it. You're like, "Oh, that was cool." Whereas like when violence happens in Madoka Magica, it's very serious and it punches very hard.
But you don't expect it.
No, because you don't. You just never expect what they're gonna do. Like, I genuinely didn't expect like Sayaka to just drop dead.
Yeah.
I genuinely was surprised by that.
The Soul Gem plot, once it's revealed, is like, okay, if Kyubei's hiding that, what else is he hiding?
And then he reveals it.
Yeah.
He
And then he's
reveals
like,
it.
by the way, this is kind of not even really magic. I'm a fucking alien.
Yeah.
They just subtly drop that. Well, not even subtly. He's like, oh yeah, we're other beings.
And
from
also,
other
is it
universes.
low-key confirmed pretty much that the witches are just the magical girls gone crazy?
No, it's confirmed.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
Because like that's a whole subplot where they're just like, so you're saying this is all pointless? Like, because it's like when you become a magical girl, that's your life. You stop being a magical girl when you die, and like, you know, Sayaka kind of accepted that. Everyone's kind of accepted that. What they didn't know going is like once you die, then you become a witch. Like they didn't know that part of the bargain, and they were like, "Wait, what?" So like it becomes this infinite cycle where there's more magical girls coming in, and the same amount of witches. So
Yeah.
that way, Kyubei's race can get like whatever they
It's
need.
just food.
Yeah, food
Yeah.
basically to
Endless
feed off
cycle.
of. I love Kyubei's like, and we found the most powerful sources. Girls going through puberty.
Yes, middle schoolers having emotions. Female middle schoolers.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but it's like you're already on the ride, so you might as well just keep going.
Yeah. So for me, like the ending of like Madoka pretty much becoming a god, wasn't expecting that.
No,
also,
I don't think anyone.
Same.
what the fuck was
Same.
Yeah.
that? So like,
What the fuck?
like she was like, and it's such a goofy ass fucking wish too. She's like, I wish witches didn't exist.
Mhm.
Pretty much is what she asked
So
for.
she kind of low key genocides a bunch of magical girls in that universe before she creates all the rest of them because they disappear. Like she's like,
Yeah,
I'll save you, and they just disappear. Like, where did they go?
Well, because I don't even think like the Kyubei's race really understood how to react to
Because they can't.
Her wish.
They don't do emotions.
so
Because
they just
in
made a new universe.
Yeah, in the third one, when we get to that, he's like, "This is irregular. This is like, why are you doing this? This is like, oh, irrational." He's like, "This is highly irrational. Like, I don't understand you humans. Like, what the
Yeah, what do you think, Siku? Like, what the fuck happened?
You know, when I think back
You
on
had
like
10 years to think about
yeah,
this.
yeah. Come on, build
when
the
I,
theories.
yeah, when I think back on like when I first saw it, I didn't process it at all. I was like, wait, what? Wait,
You were just
she's a
letting
god
them
now?
talk
Like,
and being
like what?
Yeah.
And so then I actually had to rewatch that episode. To like fully be like, wait, so that's how the ends with Madoka just becoming a god and making a wish that's making a selfless wish. But yeah, I mean, I felt content with that ending. Until Rebellion came out. But you know, I feel like I don't know. I mean, I'm cool with that ending. I mean, when I go and rewatch it, I feel like I'm going to go through it in a different perspective. Like
if Madoka just ended there, I think people would still hold it in high regard. But some people might be like, "Oh yeah, where she becomes God, whatever." Like that was kind of dumb, but everything else was good. But I liked it. And then Rebellion came out. I remember I literally binge watched. I think I like when I first saw it. I watched like the first 6 episodes, and then the next day I watched the remaining 6, and then the movie because Leon, my friend, he was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta watch Rebellion like right after." And I'm like, "Okay." I watched it. I remember at 2 a.m. I called this man. I'm like, "What?
yeah.
Why and how?"
Yeah, so for me, what I know most about Rebellion, we could jump right into it,
Yeah.
is just that.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
I just never got around to it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just couldn't find
So
the
fucking
time.
goose.
I tried to read it, but I couldn't find like English scans of it.
Oh,
but
okay.
To be fair, it is a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
It's hard to
it's
find
long.
2 hours right now.
Yeah. So like I watched like a couple of scenes, like I watched the ending scene and like kind of her whole
okay.
fucking thing with Madoka where she's like, well, you became a god I'll become a devil.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, whatever. But like what really intrigued me was the fact that like because they had no idea what to do, like Kyubey's race just made like an additional pocket universe to kind of contain Madoka, which I thought was kind of cool. If I'm reading that correctly, reading into that correctly.
Well, it's more so. Homura is on the verge of becoming a witch. She's not yet a witch yet, but like she kind of succumbs to it. So they hold her soul gem hostage and her physical body they protect. So that way, like she's building up like this massive witch energy, and then I think what happens, I'm pretty sure is, or hold on, let me think about this real quick, because like toward the end of the third movie, it gets very like explain. Like there's a lot of like exposition just being like thrown at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's definitely worth a rewatch to fully understand. But from my understanding, is like, well, we wanted Madoka, we lost Madoka, so we're holding you hostage here, so that when Madoka comes and kills you as a witch, that's gonna produce the greatest grief seed of all, and then we can like feed our entire race and destroy the human race, yada yada. Something along those lines. I'm very very much simplifying it. And then like throughout the whole movie, what is the most impactful thing of that movie is you're thinking, oh, Hiruma, she just wants to meet Madoka again, and then finally they defeat all the or get rid of most of the Kyubey stuff, not all of them, but like most of them, and then like Madoka's like, I'm back. We're gonna be best friends. It's gonna be great. And like, what's her name again?
Homura.
She's like, finally. And then I remember watching. I'm like, what? And then she just fucking grabs Madoka. She's like, you know what's been keeping me alive? Love, motherfucker. I'm gonna show you my love by becoming a devil and splitting you in half. So now Madoka is both a physical body and an entity all at the same time. And then she's just like, I'm gonna become a devil, rewrite the whole universe, and like Kyubey's race. I'm like, what are they called? Incubators. You're gonna be my slaves, basically. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I thought the funniest part was
Which
seeing her dance on the dead corpse.
What was
the
that?
dead corpse of a Kyubey.
Yeah,
I remember that.
completely justified.
Yeah.
Fuck Kyubey.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, seriously, man.
And that like shocking ending, that's why I had to call him at like 2 a.m. I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
But yeah, the animation is awesome in that movie too. And then, just a slow realization that, because already when the movie starts, it's like, what are these blimps doing here? Why is everything so fantastical? And it's like, oh, they're in a labyrinth. So who's the witch? And then it kind of leads you on that Sayaka is the witch. But you slowly come to realize it's like, no, Horima is the witch.
Yeah. The whole time.
And that reveals really good too. Like everything in this movie is like, it's like, it's kind of how I feel about Evangelion. Like I love the Eva series, but End of Eva is the best Eva thing ever. It's like perfect. And that's how I feel about Madoka Magica. Like this movie is like the best Madoka Magica thing ever.
The best, yeah.
It's like, it has everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the culmination of the whole series, basically. Yeah.
So, like, what are you guys thinking for the new movie? Like, what could they possibly? Because, like, kind of what you were saying with the original series, I was perfectly content with the end of the story. I genuinely didn't want any more. I think like that's enough. It ends with them walking away together and avoid.
Yeah, happy ending, like type thing.
Yeah.
And then the real ending shows up, and you're like, I need more now.
Yeah. So, like, what do you guys think?
Yeah. So, predictions wise, for like the next movie, a mix of the trailer as well. Homura versus Homura type situation, maybe.
Do you think she might be Winnipeg? What's the demon's name? It's in the title of the movie. It's like, rising.
Oh yeah, Walpurgis Snatch.
Yeah, because that's the name of the witch that is like the big baddie in the original series. So I'm thinking it might be one of the existing girls. and like this whole thing has just been a giant time loop. That's my
That'd be insane.
theory.
Weird, because there's no explanation of what it is. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh, it's going to
exactly.
appear at this
Yeah, it's
time.
You just assume it's just like another magical girl that was like super powerful or something, but they don't even explain it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They don't ever
They
explain
never-
it.
Yeah.
She just like shows up and it's just like assumed
I'm
that she's a
thinking-
witch.
Because the design of the witch, it has like a gear spinning at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like dress thing, and who do we know that manipulates time? Homura. So maybe it's a version of Homura. I don't know.
The darkest version.
I mean, that's true.
That's what's great about this series is that like it gives concrete answers, but it also doesn't. So like the fan base can just like theorize to the absolute like nth degree because like it keeps sparking conversation, even though the series has been over or on hiatus forever.
So much.
Yeah,
content.
I mean, I didn't know shit, and now like I just kept looking at shit and reading the wiki and watching like reviews of the show, like after reading it, and I'm like, dude, it's really good. Like it deserves that 8.36.
Yeah.
And then like, dude, I can't believe get the fuck out of here, Joe. I'm gonna spoil some fucking jujitsu shit in front of
No, don't do it
because I'm an evil person.
He is a bad person.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, like how do you guys feel about the series as a whole? Like thinking about it, its effect on like the anime industry and like anime and manga even like do you feel like it changed a lot of like you're saying this is your intro to like magical girl stories? Like have you seen its effect ripple into like more modern stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely with a lot of magical girl type anime because I feel like ever since Madoka Magica came out, there's been other magical girl animes that have gone through like, oh, we're gonna make it dark, we're gonna make it like a bit edgy, something bad's going on. It's not your cliche magical girl storyline. Off the top of my head, what was the name of that series? Magical Girl War, I think it was. Magical girls fighting each other.
I think I know about that one. That one looked kind of sick, low-key.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but
yeah, there's been some good ones and some that have just been I'd rather not. It shouldn't have existed.
Well, I feel like the problem with most magical girl series that want to go off of Madoka is that they're never going to be Madoka. Like
exactly.
Like Madoka is Sailor Moon meets Evangelion.
Yo, for real. It really is.
Because
it really is.
Eva is a deconstruction of the mecha genre, and this is a deconstruction of magical girl.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched any magical girl stuff after this. I watched maybe some episodes of Sailor Moon with an X, but that's about it. Madoka Magica is fantastic. It's one of my favorite animes, honestly. It's very good, and I was glad I got the chance to rewatch everything again, because it just reaffirms that this is really good. It's nice, short, and like it's it doesn't overstay its welcome. It never overstays its welcome. It's like the anime, perfect, just like beginning, middle, and done.
Exactly.
Movie, done. And now all we're gonna get forward movies, fine. Like it's not oversaturated or anything. It's just one and dones, which I really appreciate instead of part fucking 4 epilogue final finale. This is definitely it, guys. We swear, we promise.
Episode of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to try to milk this for as much as possible.
Part 3, part 2, finale, second
Yeah.
part.
Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1 of part 2 of part
epilogue,
3.
final chapter. The conclusion.
I'm so shocked my prediction with that failed, bro. I really thought they were going to make a movie.
Like a whole movie on that?
Yeah.
Well,
it made more sense
after the end of season 4. I wasn't so much. I'm like, whoa, they got a lot of stuff to cover. Like, they gotta split this off into at least 2 movies, but nah, they just did specials, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think that's worse.
That literally forced me to read the manga. I'm like, I have to know. I'm not waiting. Fuck this.
I need answers.
Yeah.
Give me the info. So yeah, Madoka Magica. Obviously, JJ, you recommended it to me, so obviously, you think it should be recommended.
It's a high recommendation.
Yeah.
being
I
in
think
this for 10 years, would you still recommend it to people?
yeah, I would highly recommend it. And I would also say also check out the other stuff with Madoka Magica, since there's a lot of content out there that like expands on the universe
Mm,
itself. There's a lot of spin-off mangas. Actually, I was checking out one recently where it's like where you know how like before Homer goes back in time to do like the time loop thing.
yeah.
Um, there's one where she does it right before Madoka makes her wish, but she brings Madoka with her back in time.
Mhm.
I thought that was really cool, interesting
Ooh, yeah,
concept
that
right
changes
there.
the
So
dynamic completely.
yeah, yeah, and some things also changed too. So I thought that
Yeah.
was really interesting. I know
Also,
there's
very
also
simple yet complex time travel rules.
exactly
Clean, not
time
end
travel
game.
be crazy.
Clean, just like we fucked up. Go back in time. We fucked up. Go like. Don't need to over exact. It's not. It's not trying to be Steins Gate. It's not. It's just like, all right, time to restart. All right, time
Yeah.
to restart. And then they explain later on that like, oh, the multiple timelines. It's like the person that is um Madoka, like that's why she's so powerful because all the timelines are like going into the one being
Hmm.
known as like Monica and stuff like that. So that's why she's so powerful and stuff. It's like very, very
Mhm.
simple. Again, when they want to explain something though, they explain it for a long ass time. And it's hard to keep up
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I would, as somebody who just read this for the first time and experienced Madoka Magica, yeah, I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
I tried to get my coworkers to watch and or read it because they were like, I've never seen it before.
Yeah. Get them to watch it because the
Yeah.
animation is by Shaft and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I watched
Especially
the
the
first two
movie.
episodes.
Yeah.
Like still looks better than most modern stuff today.
Yeah, so I would recommend it. I'm glad we all can recommend it.
Yeah.
So honestly, yeah, I think with that, like, unless you guys got more to say about Madoka Magica, I think I'm pretty good. What about you, Seeker? You got anything you want to say about it?
Nothing else that I could think of. Check out Magia Record 2, additional content.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll give that a watch actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
it
look into
takes
it too.
Because
yeah, it
wait,
takes place.
wasn't it
Oh,
first like a mobile game and then they made an anime?
yeah,
Yeah.
mobile game, then a manga, then an anime. It takes place in like one of like the loops of Homura, but with another character, and they actually do like interesting thing with witches there too. So I don't want to spoil it for you, but I think some cool stuff.
Gonna have to check it out, and it has
Yeah.
a manga, so I can actually read it.
But it's also good that like it's kind of like even though it goes into the main plot, it's not necessary, which is appreciated.
Mhm. Yeah.
Unless if it is, but who knows? We'll have to figure that out.
You'll have to read it to find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely check it out. So yeah, I think with that, like,
I think we're all set,
I think
boys.
we're all good,
Yeah.
boys. Yeah. Check out Siku at Siku Senpai. Is there anything you want to plug specifically, Siku?
Check me out follow me on Twitter. I'm almost at 100 followers finally
Let's
after like
go.
years. Check me out on Twitch. I'm almost at 100 followers there, even
Damn.
though
Let's
it's been
go.
forever and I don't post that much over there. But yeah, just check me out. I do live streams. I do some anime reacts, manga stuff here and there. A lot of visual novels. Check out Umineko, best storyline I've ever read in my life. Peak
Okay.
fiction.
Yeah, peak fiction right there, bro. One Piece, get out of the way.
Berserk, more like
Berserk, more like shit, garbage. So yeah, awesome. Check out Siku at all of his socials. I'll update the stream to have those socials at the bottom as well. JJ, when's that? What are your vibes? When are you gonna come up with a video? Can ask the same thing for me, so don't worry.
yeah. The special project will come out probably mid-October. I finally really started editing it, so there's that. And then I have to film a video. I'll probably film one tomorrow. About well, I'll leave it as a surprise. It's about how much
okay.
I
Oh.
hate you, Senpai.
Okay.
no. Yeah. So check me out on Jack Hudson. That's my channel, and subscribe here.
Yeah, subscribe here for me
Subscribe.
too. Subscribe. I don't know when I'll make another video on my personal channel, but me and JJ are thinking about some things for this channel. So
Also
yeah.
expect more highlights. Like every week we're gonna do a highlight of this stream, one part of it. Not the main subject. We'll leave you to watch that stream for yourself, but like one of the side things that we talk about, we'll put that as a highlight. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Those who stuck around the whole stream. For those that popped in, we had 10 viewers. So JJ, now you have to post a video. So get fucking wrecked, sweaty. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. To those that are going to be watching this after, we actually had a huge amount of people watching our content after, which is actually really cool. So if you're one of those people that are watching and made it all to the end, please consider subscribing. Please consider watching the other streams, and look forward to some of our content that we have coming down the pipeline. And please subscribe to Siku Senpai if you haven't already. His content's awesome. He's a great friend of ours. So yeah, we definitely want you guys to check out his stuff. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you guys in the next stream. Deuces.